guys, hello, my name is Yelena, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I make quick tropical flower, Plumeria that is. And I'm not gonna do anything elaborate, so just very quick version of it without any wires, just something that will go on a cake, on the sides of the cake, so I don't really need wires to attach it. All right? So I'm gonna use satin ice gum paste. I'm not gonna mix my own, I'm just gonna use this one. I like to work with this one, it's really good. And then I'm gonna just use a little bit of pink fondant to make it pink. So a little bit fondant adding to gum paste, all right? So nothing too elaborate. And so I'm gonna make some different variations of the flower. Then I'm gonna use egg cartons to dry them on. So I already pre-made some of the white ones. And this is the back side of the egg carton, and I put some like this way, so they'll dry like this. And some I put like this way. All right, so this probably was done about 30 minutes ago, and you can see how it's already dried up. You can already pick it up and probably color if you want to, all right? So I'm just gonna show you quick. Next one, I'm gonna do pink one. So I'm gonna and that's the mix that I said. So this is gum paste with a little bit of that pink fondant in it. That makes it this pretty color. All right, so make sure you knead it. So make sure it's soft. I'm gonna use cornstarch if it sticks to the table, and I'm gonna roll it thin, but not too thin as if I will be using it with wires, because if you do wires, you make sure it's floured not too heavy, and you try to make it as thin as possible. This one, again, just a quick version of the flour, so I'm gonna roll up quite thin, but not like paper thin, so we're not gonna worry about it being too fine of the flour, if that makes sense. So see, so I'm rolling out. I can do a little bit more. All right, so you don't see my texture of the table through it, but it's pretty thin. So if I put my fingers under it, you can see my fingers through. So that's. And then for the Plumeria, I'm gonna use the cutter. This is the cutter from Nicholas Lodge collection. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, because I bought it a long time ago. But you can use any other, I'm sure right now there's many more other cutters. Or you can just do a regular teardrop cutter, that's fine too. So for Plumeria, we're gonna do 5 petals per flower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just gonna show you one, guys, make it quick. Then I'm gonna use my large, I think it's called XL pin. It's also was purchased from Nicholas Lodge. And see how on his cutter, so this one side is straight, but this one has kind of little wings out a little bit. So this side will be curled and this is flat. So on the flat side, I'm just gonna run my spatula just a little bit, I mean rolling pin, just a little bit to thin it out, so it's not too clunky. All right, so I'm gonna do it on each petal. So just on one side like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna use toothpick. This is large, this is a cocktail toothpick. And all those wings, I'm gonna lay toothpick at the edge of it, and I'm gonna roll my finger on it, curl that piece of fondant over the toothpick just a little bit. So it creates like this little curlicue, like that. So I'm gonna do this on all of them. So roll toothpick on the edge, push your finger slightly and roll so it rolls up and remove. All right. And if you're not perfect, that's fine too. You can go second time. Just make sure you don't push your finger too hard on it so you can, you know, so you can't recover after this. All right, so here's your 5 petals. Now I'm just gonna use regular water on the brush, and I'm gonna brush water from about higher middle to the end, just on the edge of it. Like that, on all of them. You can do egg whites too, but I found that water works just fine. And now, so, can you see? So I'm gonna overlap this petal. So I'm gonna put this edge where I just brushed the water, just like that, and push it a little bit with my finger so it sticks. All right, so it looks like that. Now next one, do the same thing and push it so it a little sticks. Next one, do the same. And the other one, do the same. Okay, so now we have kind of like fan out. And this is what it looks like on the back side. All right, nice and flat. Now you take these petals and see how this side brushed. So we need attach this one to the back of this one. So we kind of continue our overlapping pattern. All right, so fold right side a little bit first and left side overlap that a little bit like that. And we can do so if you look from the top, all our petals continue overlap in the same direction. All right, so now from this position, go ahead, mush more with your finger the ends of the flowers. If it separates a little bit here, kind of push it, and now you can squeeze your finger a little more, make sure everything attach, just like that. And here's your Plumeria. Now if you want to be a more closed one, you can dry it so it looks like this. More open, you can kind of fan it out, do like this, like you see on my egg cartons. This ones I just put right on top of the egg shape, or you can put it like inside between, so it's up to you how you dry. I like to mix and match so they all look a little different, so they look a little more natural. See, you can push some petals more in or out. All right, so I'll do a few more of those, and I'm gonna let them dry overnight, and we'll come back to more to color it a little bit. All right, and this is my flowers next day, all nice and dry. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit color. And I'm just gonna show you how I do that. Again, very simple. We're not doing anything hard today. And that was my egg carton where I was drying them on. So, all right. So I have the first thing first. I like to put a coat of just the pearl luster dust all over each flower, just like that. I like to do it all around, so kind of gives it a little sheen, makes them look already pretty. All right. So quick brush. I like to do it on both sides. All right, I do the same on the pink ones. Just like that. All right. I'll just close my brush. So this is that big container. You just transfer your luster dust inside of that. So very handy. All right, and then I have this, my petal dusts already ready. I'm gonna do lemon one. And then this one calls flamingo, kind of pale pink, and this one is magenta. All right, and I'm gonna have separate brush for the yellow, and I'm gonna do just one brush for the pinks. We'll start with yellow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dip my brush in dry, and I'm just gonna do middles inside of each flower, just like that. All right, so let's do that quick. So when you dip the brush, and if it's too much color, too much dust on the brush, I kind of like to take excess off in the cap. That way it doesn't go to waste. Because you really need just a little bit to get the color. See, it already looks like more like a flower. All right, so we'll do that first. I'll do the same on the pink ones. I know they're pink, but you can still see the yellow. See? All right. Like that. So that should do it. And then I'm gonna leave a couple white flowers. Not gonna do anything to them, so let's see which ones I like. Let's do like this two. I'll leave as is. Let's put them here. And then this one's, let's do them different. So let's do flamingo first. So I'll start, so very light dust on the brush, and I'll start putting it from the outside edge goes in, like this motion. See? So let's color just the edges. So that will give us very pale, pretty color. Like that. So just the edge, so from the outside in movements, just like that. So see the difference? So white, and this one we made a little more pink. Look how pretty. There we go. So let's make another one of those. Do the same thing. Like that. Not much. So here we are with that. Now on this one, let's go a little brighter. So I'll go deep a little bit in magenta color. And you can do different colors. Oh, not too much. You can do different oranges and corals. It will make it so pretty. Alright, so the same way, just the color is brighter. If you want to give it more color, just go deeper with your brush. Like that. So see, this one is a little brighter. Let's go ahead and this was the pale color. So see, there's a little bit difference, which is just enough for what we're gonna do. And if you feel like the middle now got kind of little mudded with the pink, you can just go back and refresh it if you want. Just like that. And some pinks I'm gonna leave as they are because I think it's already pretty. Let's do 3 like that. And on this 2 more, I'm gonna add more of this dark magenta color, and I'm gonna make it a little more potent. So I'm gonna take more powder on my brush. See, you can see it going thicker. Alright, so just like that. See, now you can see difference, just plain pink that we had, and this one I brushed with the powder. See, so just a little variation. All right, and I have one more to do. Alright, so let me go ahead and put them all in my egg carton bag, and I'll show you my whole collection. Alright, so here they all are. And see, you can see how we started with white, and then paler, and a little darker, and then the pink, and a little bit darker on the pink. So it's gonna be looking very nice on the cake, which I'm gonna show you in a few seconds. Alright guys, so this is the finished cake, and here's my finished plumerias. So I have some for the top. I have some on the side. Like that. There's more. And that's what it looks like, the whole cake. All right. The flamingo I just did by hand, just freehand, just did the pale pink fondant and just modeled it. The leaves, those are buttercream leaves. I just did no tip, just small opening and just piped it by hand. Those are buttercream leaves, and those large leaves, I just used mold like this, the tropical leaves, and I use this one, and this one. And I'm gonna try to link all this below in the description box. And yeah, so that's the final cake. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like this picture, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye. Love you so much.